I think the T sign might be facing the wrong direction. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today, we find ourselves in the very small town of Greenville, Tennessee, taking on Whirlwind Disc Golf Course. As you can tell, we are getting closer and closer to the mountains, and I couldn't be more excited. So make sure you sit back, relax, stay for a while, and let's go toss some plastic. And we've made it to hole 1 of Whirlwind Disc Golf Course. We're starting off with a pretty tricky 262-foot shot. It looks like you want to hang wide and let the stability crash the disc back in there. A handful of trees to contend with, and as you guys can tell, sadly, there is quite a bit of trash in this fairway, and I'll be honest, there's trash all over the place. I'm not sure what's going on here, but you absolutely hate to see it. We are going to start off with the Kotuku. Fight in there. All right, I think that'll work out pretty good. Nice first shot. Great way to start the round off. Hole 2, we have a classic case of the dealer's choice here. I can see 3 different baskets out here in this opening, but it looks like we are going for the one dead straight, not the short one, but the one behind it, 350 feet with a handful of guardian trees up there. We are gonna go with our Orc. Well, that was really terrible. I put no power into that. We didn't get anywhere. Hopefully we can get up and down. Well, hopefully we can tuck away the noodle arm for the day. I'm not in the mood to deal with that. We are gonna go with the little sidearm flick shot with our Justice, probably around 90 feet. Oh, a little deep. We got a very unfortunate kick off that tree right there. Now we are really making ourselves have to work for it. Oh, nice catch by the basket. You love to see it. Hole 3, 321 feet. You want to go with a big turnover shot or a big sidearm if you have it in the bag. We are going to go with our Undertaker. Not a great drive. As you could tell, we didn't get any turn on our Undertaker, and we've left ourselves in a very horrible lie. I don't even know if it's possible to make a play for the pin with this giant collection of little trees in front of us, but I am gonna take my splice, throw a high hyzer, and maybe we'll get lucky. Oh, well, we didn't get lucky. It looks like today might be a day of firing up the old par train. Dang guys, look at those deer. I've never seen deer so close to the disc golf course before. Really amazing. Such a unique sight in nature. Hole 4, I do apologize for the wacky camera angle. There's not a lot of options on this hole. The tee pad is facing this way, but the basket's actually way off to the left, tucked in that line of trees. It's only 200 feet. Blind hyzer shot, feels like a must get. We are gonna go with our Rhino. All right, I think that should be perfect, hopefully. Well, the hammer went a little deep there. We should be able to thread this needle with the hammer though, probably only about 15 feet for the 2. Nice putt. Hole 5, and talk about an absolutely stunning tee shot, guys, with all of those mountains in the background. We have 525 feet. You want to get a good amount of turn in the beginning of your flight and let the disc fight back. We are going to full send it with our Firestorm. Hook up. Oh, I think we got a ton of distance on that one. Nice shot. We got a lot of distance off that throw. It felt really good. I have been struggling to commit to my tee shots lately. We do have an outside chance for an eagle, probably 72 feet, slightly uphill. Come on. Oh, no! Dang it, I really wanted that one. Ah. We will still gladly take the birdie. If any of you guys remember from my very first video, the old kick putt, if you were around back then, you are the real MVP. Hole 6, the pin's gotta be in the 380-foot pin location. We are going to try to hyzer into that opening up there in the woods. If you overturn anything, you could hit that other tee pad. Guys, if you do come play here, make sure you're paying attention. There are a lot of tee pads right next to the fairways. We are gonna full send it with our destroyer. Really low. Hey, not a ton of distance, but we did land in that opening up there. I am very happy with that shot. A throw-in on this basket would be one of the coolest things. I don't think I've ever seen one this protected. It looks like the basket was here first and the trees were planted around it. We are gonna go with a little flick shot, maybe get lucky, hopefully have a putt. All right, we should be able to make that. Our approach shot should have been much softer. Even this putt from here is very difficult. A lot of narrow gaps that we're trying to thread here. I'm almost tempted to throw the disc up and down, but I don't see that working, so probably not the smart idea. Definitely not worth it. One issue that has really taken me by surprise in my game lately is I've been really struggling to commit to my long tee shots. I think that's part of just playing new courses daily almost. You don't really know where the misses are, and over time you get really apprehensive. I went out to the course yesterday and I just kept throwing discs off the tee pad over and over and over again until I was kind of getting my confidence back. It's a very weird thing, something you don't think of, but we'll get through it. Hole 7, 412 feet, very tricky tee shot. The backhand is hard to go for with this group of trees right here off the tee pad, and it does set up great for a roller, but I do not have that in my tool bag. We are gonna try a big sidearm shot, not something I'm very good at, but I need to get better with. We are gonna go with our champion boss. Come on. And that, guys, is reason number 35 why I never throw giant sidearm shots. We did have a good run at hole 5's basket, but unfortunately we are on the wrong fairway and our basket is on the other side of all these trees. This is definitely the time where you take your medicine, chip back out to the fairway, and try to play for par. We went the very unnecessary tomahawk route. I don't think we're anywhere near the basket. Well, guys, we did eventually find the disc. We have left ourselves in a horrible spot. Not a good look for the brand, but hopefully we can get up and down from here. We're probably 80 feet from the basket throwing through a forest. Oh, we got a little tree love there, but we will gladly take it. As a disclaimer, if you play this course, this is not the route I would take to play this hole, but hey, we made it. Hole 8, this is a crazy one. 152 feet, dead straight. The basket's sitting right in between these two trees right here. Hard gap to hit. Hopefully the camera angle can pick this up. It is a very tricky situation, but we are gonna go with our DX Stingray. Oh, is that too far? Oh, that was a good run, a little deep. We actually didn't go deep at all. Must have been pretty close. Hole 9, no shortage of trees on this hole. We have a 300-foot slight ante shot the entire way, small line to hit. We are gonna send it with our hex. Oh, that looks really good. Go in? Oh, that was either really close or I went way deep. Let's go find out. What a great shot and what a jaw-dropping background. Very unique. Hole 9 break, and today I'm going to share with you guys a few more stories that Tossing Plastic has experienced while being on the road. Number one, I got a new water container. It was a 5-gallon big jug of water. You can get this pump that goes on it. Really simple, really easy, very awesome. The day I got it, I put it in Greta. It's very heavy, so I didn't think it was going to slide around. It took one turn. One turn, that thing barreled across the van, hit the door and exploded. And guys, let me tell you, inside of a vehicle, 5 gallons is a lot of water, and it has not been warm out. So as you could tell, getting that to dry was an absolute nightmare. In story number 2, this happened at Catalpa. I got there late the night before I filmed to scout it out, and then I got there first thing in the morning to get going, and security showed up and said they had 4 calls of suspicious activity of me being in Greta. I would understand that if it was day 4 or 5 in a row, that would get a bit suspicious, but really guys, it was the next morning I got those calls. And story number 3 is an update on Craig, because some of you guys like to know how he's doing. He's currently sitting at a wildlife sanctuary, believe it or not. Someone mistook him as an injured goat, and animal control came and picked him up and brought him away. It is very unfortunate, but it's not the first time it's happened, so I'll pick him up after filming today. Not a big deal. So there you have it, a little update of everything that goes on here at Tossing Plastic. Hole 10, 175 feet. You want to go dead straight with a strong right finish. We are going to go with a little sidearm flick shot with our scepter. Be good. Oh, dang. Really brutal tree kick. Let's see if we can knock that long putt down. It would have been really nice if the scepter got through there, but unfortunately it did not. So we have left ourselves probably a 60-foot slight ante putt for the 2. Oh, just a little short. Good run though. Hole 11, 210 feet. This is another shot shape that you want to go dead straight for a while with the right finish. This hole is a bit more backhand friendly though, so we are going to go for it with our DX Stingray. Beautiful flight. Oh my goodness. That felt so good. We just center punched that tree up there. You absolutely hate to see it. We still have this very sharp turn that we have to get around. We're probably about 85 feet away. Hopefully this little flick shot with the Justice can give us a putt. Or go in. Oh, nice run. For the 3. Hole 12, 210 feet, way uphill. The basket is tucked to the right side, so if you do overturn anything, you're gonna go right into the thick of it. And guys, another weird thing about this course, a lot of the tee signs are facing the wrong way, and with the funky layout, you usually see another basket, so you could legitimately think the hole's that way, but we are gonna give this a full send with our hex. Go in the basket. Oh, I just really had a feeling on this hole. This is very runnable, and the hex shot shape just fits it perfectly. For the 2, hole 13, 425 feet, basically dead straight the entire way. We're going to try to get a nice flip up with our destroyer, hopefully not overturn anything, and get ourselves a nice approach shot from the fairway. Highs are out. Faster, please. Faster, faster. Oh, all right, we caught those trees, but we did kick left. We should be in a nice spot. Really big putt here. This would be an awesome hole to get a 2 on. Unfortunately, with where we ended up, we will have to straddle putt it. We have 85 feet, slightly downhill for the 2. Oh, it's so high. Nice line. I almost feel like I should have done a little flick shot there. Hole 14, an extremely hard pin to get to off the tee, 281 feet, slightly uphill. You want to hang dead straight for a really long time with the right finish. I obviously could never get a sidearm up that far. We are going to go with our PFN Star T-Bird, hopefully just land straight and try to make a long putt. Oh, I overturned it. All right, we're gonna be scrambling from there. Unfortunately, we are tucked so far in this tree, there's absolutely no way to really scramble out of it. I don't even have a lane to try to do a flick roller or anything of the nature. We are just gonna try to lean out as far as we can, toss the pea waka waka, and hopefully just be able to see the basket. All right, not pretty, but it got the job done. We have left ourselves a long one. This would be an amazing par save to pick up, probably 62 feet for the 3. Nope. Oh, not a terrible run. For the 4. It has been a long time since we've been able to see the mountains here on Tossing Plastic. You absolutely love it. I'm very excited to be back in this part of the country, and hopefully we can film some awesome courses for you guys to check out. Hole 15, 363 feet. We have to hit this very difficult tunnel shot off the tee pad, and then from there the basket's tucked way off to the right. Very tricky hole. We are gonna full send our champion orc and hopefully just make it out to the open field. Get through there. Sadly, the orc did not fight out. These last few holes are really making us work for it. I'm not sure where the basket is. I know it's just still way down there to the right quite a bit. We do have a little lane that I am gonna go for. I'm gonna try to sidearm my splice, hopefully skip down there and give ourselves a putt. All right, we did catch a branch, but it worked out pretty much how we had planned. Really happy with that scramble shot. We did leave ourselves some meat on the bone though. About 23 feet, slightly downhill, big hyzer putt around the tree. You really want to take advantage of the good scramble shots to keep your round in order. And honestly guys, I think we're gonna putt with the splice. We really need some stability on this one, so hopefully we can knock it down. Oh, so close. Hole 16, 355 feet, very funky hole. I'm not sure when or where we need to hook off to the left, and we have this hump right in front of us blocking a lot of the visibility. We're just gonna send our orc up there nice and soft and then go from there. All right, that felt pretty good, looked pretty good. Let's see what we got. Really nice shot from the orc there. This is one of those holes that even if you lace the fairway as good as you can, it's gonna require some luck to get right to the pin. There's a lot of trees up here to contend with that you cannot see off the tee pad. Hopefully we can knock this long one down. We're definitely due, probably about 50 feet for the 2. Nope. Dang it. Hole 17, this one is very tricky. 511 feet. You want a sharp hyzer off your tee shot, and then it's about 350 feet of a dead straight tunnel shot. We are gonna go with a soft scepter off the tee, hopefully be able to make a play for the pin on our second shot. All right, I think that should be exactly where we wanted to be. Really good landing zone, and funny enough, we are exactly 350 feet away from the pin. Very tough tunnel shot. I almost guarantee you we're gonna get off the fairway here, but we are gonna full send it with our orc. I'll hook up and be good. Oh, we didn't quite hook up in time. We should be on the edge of the fairway, hopefully make a play for the pin. Sadly, the orc landed in one of the biggest pricker bushes possible. It would have been really cool if that thing faded out in time. We still have probably 85 feet to the basket. I'm gonna send the pea waka waka on a nice Annie shot. All right, not great, but we'll take it. That is one of the more difficult holes I've played in a long time. I am very happy with a 4. And rounding off Whirlwind Disc Golf Course, we have hole 18, 155 feet. It is just a complete horseshoe. The basket is that way. I've never really understood the design of these holes. They never seem all that exciting to me. It'd be almost impossible to reach the pin with a hyzer shot. So we are gonna go crazy. We're gonna end on a crazy note. I'm gonna try to go with the tomahawk. I'm not sure I can get it high enough to get over all these trees, but we're gonna give it our best with our Pro Destroyer. Well, we made it up and over, which I'm very excited about, but I don't think we're gonna be very close to the basket. Let's go find out. Well, here's where we ended up. Not great. Hopefully you guys can see the basket up there. I know this is a very pinched off camera angle. We're just gonna try to sidearm our splice, get up there, and if I have a putt, I'd be very happy with that. Oh, we actually gave that a little run. We definitely got our fair share of scramble shots today. And that wraps up today's video at Whirlwind Disc Golf Course in Greenville, Tennessee. And guys, one thing I will say about this course, it offers some very unique sights that I've never seen while playing disc golf. As you guys could tell, Whirlwind has a pretty wacky layout. There's a lot of times that if you have a tee shot go a little off or overturn, it's going to fly right at the tee pad of another basket. Tee pads, the tee signs, and the baskets are all in good shape. There's pretty good signage to direct you from hole to hole. The only thing I really wish they would do is have some sort of indicator on the tee sign to let you know which location the pin is in. Whirlwind does require you to have quite a few different shot shapes if you want to shoot a good score. One thing I will say, to be honest though, is some of these more technical woods holes, they just seem a bit too much. The fairways that you're supposed to hit just seem a bit unrealistic, but overall, not terrible. I've seen much worse. As you guys know, my reviews are always on the course as it sits when I get there, but also I am very honest, and as far as mowing and maintenance goes, this course is pretty well upkept, but surprisingly, there is a lot of trash all over the place. There's a ton of broken glass in the fairways. I definitely would not recommend bringing a dog here. I would love to assume that for the majority of the time that this course is cleaned up better, being that it is the off season of a lot of these state and city parks, it does make sense that it could slip by a little longer before somebody comes through. And another thing that you guys saw from the video is there's a few times you're standing on a tee pad and you can see more than one basket out there, which also causes some confusion, especially for people playing it for the first time. Overall, I'm going to give Whirlwind Disc Golf Course the score of 6.7 out of 10. That's as it currently sits in my experience playing the course. I think the layout is a little too crazy for me. There's a lot of opportunities to get caught by a stray disc, the cleanup, everything else that I've already mentioned, guys. I'm sure midsummer this place ticks a lot better than it does now, but for me, that's the rating I'm gonna give it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Now it's your turn to go toss some plastic.